my name is Tori Vasquez, and I live here in Saranac Lake, New York, and I am a new owner of the Main Street Exchange, which is a consignment shop here in town. I started my slow fashion journey when I first applied here at the shop, thinking, oh, it'll be great for fashion and I'll have lots of options for new clothes and new things. And little did I know that it would mean so much to me in the end. I really love fashion, as I am here in this shop, and I didn't know what the impact was when I was younger from fashion on the earth, and it didn't really occur to me. No one said anything, and now that I went to college at Paul Smith's here in the area, I learned more about how to help with the earth and different ways that we are affecting it. So I came up with this idea to encourage more people to shop used and recycle their clothing, upcycle it, fix it, and how to use and protect their clothing. Since becoming the business owner of Main Street Exchange, I have made lots of connections with people in the area, and especially with people with similar passions to mine with slow fashion and sustainability and how we can help make this world a better place. So Cris Winters, one of my friends here in town, I helped style an outfit for her a few months back. She came to me with an idea that we create a fashion show around the sustainability, slow fashion, all of the good things you know, for the Fashion Revolution Week in 2021. And so I got thinking that this was going to be an amazing idea, and I wanted to convey the idea of going from our darkest times of not caring and not understanding how our fashion impacts the world into bringing light and hope that we will be able to have fresher air and cleaner conditions for workers in factories and all of these amazing things. So I conveyed that through my outfits for our fashion show. I started out using darker colors and different materials inspired by plants and animals in nature, thinking that it's kind of ironic that we draw our inspiration for everything, not just in fashion, from nature, yet we are intentionally destroying them at the same time. So I wanted to bring that through. So my first set of outfits were a lot darker and a lot more statement. Then I moved into a transition period, which is the period I believe that we're in, where we know there is something that we can do to change. We just are not all on board with it yet. And that's where we come into play and try and inspire people to use your local stores and secondhand and reusing things to create new things. And I just think that's a great idea. And then after that transition period of grays and greens and, browns, I wanted to move into more colorful, more vibrant patterns and plants and animals, and that is why I went from dark to light to show how we are bringing hope and we are inspiring more people to come on board with the used and slow fashion train.
Hi there, I'm Cris Winters. I'm the owner of Art at the Pink House in Saranac Lake. It's a very pink house in downtown Saranac Lake with an exuberant garden in the summer. And if you step inside my gallery and studio, you will see that I'm a complete botany geek. Almost everything I do involves plants. And one of the main things I do for my work is eco-printing or botanical contact printing. And I use leaves and plant parts, but mostly leaves for that. You can see some examples here. Here's one of my scarves with a fern. I also do pillows, and here's a beautiful horse chestnut leaf. And here's another one that's completely different, done with other kinds of leaves as well as some beautiful color. So I teach eco-printing and botanical contact printing as well as other kinds of skills that involve fiber art, including indigo printing, indigo dyeing and doing shibori with that process. And I really enjoy having classes in my studio. I have been a reuser, a recycler, and a mender forever. I love doing that kind of thing, and I've gotten more serious about it in the last few years. So I upcycle clothing I find in thrift and consignment stores, doing all different kinds of things to it, dyeing it, printing on it, recombining pieces of articles of clothing to make them something new and different. And I also do a lot of creative mending and embellishing, and you'll see some of that in the show that will be coming up after this. So it makes my clothing, it's repaired sometimes, and sometimes it just makes it more beautiful and fun to wear. We got together with Tori of Main Street Exchange and Martha Jackson of Restore by Design. All of us are interested in the sustainability of fashion and the clothing industry and what we wear and how we live our lives. And we decided to celebrate Fashion Revolution Week by doing this fashion show and hopefully some information to help you maybe change how you're dealing with your own clothing a little bit. So that's what this fashion show and this whole process is about for us. If you want to know more about Fashion Revolution, it's an organization that started in Great Britain to educate the world about the problems with the fashion industry, how clothing is made, how it's disposed of, how fabric is made, and all those issues that affect issues of justice and pollution in the environment, and a lot of waste going into the waste stream because of how we deal with clothing in this culture of fashion. So in the show, the clothing that I'm showing for my part of it includes clothing that has been upcycled. I have dyed a lot of it with indigo and used a process called shibori for the interesting prints you'll see on it. I also like to combine clothing sometimes with different parts of clothing to make a brand new thing. But the thing I really love the most is creative mending and embellishing. I find that it's kind of a challenge to find something that has a tear or a stain on it, and how to make that look really interesting and beautiful and fun to wear again. In addition, I really love embellishing with embroidery and also with applique work from other little pieces of fabric. So you'll see all of it in the show as the show goes along.
Hello, hello. I'm Martha Jackson, designer, artist, and founder of my brand, Restored by Design, here in my studio in Saranac, New York. I reuse excess materials to create my handmade, one-of-a-kind pieces, primarily women's apparel and accessories. I'm a bit of a textile nut. I love to mix pattern, color, and textures to create my kind of feminine boho style. Sustainability is key for me, and my true purpose is really to help save this planet for generations to come. I'm very aware of the journey of the materials that I like to reuse. Hence, I look for authentic vintage materials and pre-loved items. They've been through a journey of handwork, and I like to respect and honor that. The farm to fiber, fiber to process, process to manufacturing, and how the people were treated all along the way. This means a lot to me. It has value. The ethics of that journey are kind of what I like to preserve when I repurpose. I like to reinvent, taking these materials and giving them new life to go forward into another relationship of wear and care. So what you're going to see today are kind of how I like to do that. And these are all from items that I purchased at thrift stores, combined with some of my library, all keeping them out of landfills. And I hope you enjoy. Let's take a look.
We can run